Right, so it's time for a little video here. So I'm just on my way to do a bit of sport shooting and stewing. The reason that I'm mentioning that is because this is what my latest documentary is about, how the Danish police and its intelligence agency PET are essentially enticing people to make false police reports about me, not for actual crimes, but instead referencing the government's own propaganda in indirect terms, and essentially blaming me for all the communications and whatnot that they broadcast through the programs, propaganda channels and social media, and getting people that I don't even know to report me to the police for the things that I'm speaking about, for example, in this video. And of course, now that I have been able to prove to a large degree that there are coordinated efforts being waged against me, Stephen Bell, and the police have been treating these coerced or these enticed non-existent crime reports as if there were ongoing criminal investigations against me, and thereby denying me to get FOIA access for almost 2 years. And now that I have gotten a hold of some of these documents, it is very clear that there has never been reports of any actual crime, but instead people's interpretation of what is going on in regards to this global social engineering experiment. So obviously there are cases to be made from what has materialized from this whole situation of me being reported to the police by people I don't even know for non-existing crimes. And I'm obviously going to go further with that case because, as I have forecasted before I even got hold of these documents, they were doing exactly as I was proclaiming. And obviously because there isn't anything real, that being something that I'm actually responsible for doing and saying, that they can't use this fabricated police reports that are heavily, I suspect, heavily biased because of the program's propaganda accusations and fantastical narratives. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that. And in regard to other matters, me and my small business, One Stop Engine Shop, are of course still being prohibited I'm being prohibited from earning any money from my small business. I'm still being prohibited to sell this car for 2 years now. It's incredible how many people have seen this car for sale, and I'm just now started a new campaign where I literally write on a daily basis where I put the car for sale. I write about the situation and document how many people are viewing things and documenting how this situation, me being politically and socially persecuted publicly by the Danish authorities in collaboration with others, is actually and directly prohibiting me from having any kind of normal life where I'm able to do things what other people are allowed to do. Is all being prohibited for me to do, because obviously they don't want me to be able to live under the circumstances that they are keep intensifying. So that's why they, for example, anytime I go anywhere, they are bombarding anybody and everybody, including myself, with synthetic telepathy communications. And I mean synthetic telepathy communications. The people around me don't need to have receivers on their person for them to be able to pick up, sense these communications which are being communicated. In other instances, if you're not within a certain close proximity to me, you at least have to have some kind of receiver to hear the repeat of these communications. And these communications, as you know, if they are typically gaslighting or harassing me in all kinds of ways, discrediting and ridiculing me, but they are also just as much, in fact, attacking people around me, and then just blaming me for what they are doing towards others, and at the very same breath they are ordering people about with the very same communication system. And because of the cognitive dissonance is so indoctrinated in the minds of the general public, people are literally blaming me for what the government is communicating through these advanced technological means, as if I've had some kind of space telepathy ability, which is, of course, I don't. I don't even pick up what they communicate to others unless they want me to. Obviously, why I don't say anything every time they say anything about me or whatever. So that's why it's becomes so difficult for me to do anything, because they're not only attacking me, which I can ignore to a large extent, but they're also attacking anybody around me, which becomes very awkward and cumbersome, and it becomes a pest for anybody that I'm around, including myself. And that's obviously done per design. One of the same things that they do in this regard is constantly bombard me with some kind of electromagnetic radiation, causing me to have all kinds of gut problems, constantly trying to elicit constipation, so that they can hyper focus on the problems that they are giving me, both in relation to propaganda but also in relation to the biological effects that is causing me, only so that they can ridicule and discredit me, and also try to prohibit me from going anywhere because of the problems that they constantly are trying to have me have. So this is the level of evil that I'm dealing with, and there is no difference under the Biden administration to the new Trump administration, now that some time has passed, and essentially I cannot notice any difference. I think things may indeed intensify, as they have always done as time progresses. So I am not hopeful in any way, shape or form in this regard either. So it looks like I'm in for a very, very tough time going forward. But that's just a little update from purgatory in relation to the global social engineering experiment and the public persecution of me, Stephen Bell.